Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I beg to move the motion on adjournment on a definite matter of urgent national importance regarding the new financing model for higher education and technical institutions. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 33(1), I seek leave for the adjournment of the House for the purpose of discussing a matter of urgent national importance regarding the new financing model for students joining universities, colleges, and technical institutions in Kenya. Honorable Speaker, under the new financing model, the level of funding to be extended to each student will be based on several factors to be determined by Higher Education Loans Board and the Universities Fund. Among the factors to be considered are parent background, gender, program type and cost, marginalization, disability, family size and composition, government priority areas, and affirmative action. The object and the spirit of the new tertiary education financing model is to promote inclusivity and equal opportunity to accessing higher education by addressing financial barriers that hinder many students from pursuing higher education and technical training. Honorable Speaker, there are serious concerns that the new financing model may put unrealistic burden on parents and guardians amidst the turbulent economic times, thereby disadvantaging some students who qualify to pursue higher learning. In addition, an analysis of various programs in different universities indicate that some public universities are charging higher tuition fees than some private institutions, thereby jeopardizing accessibility and affordability of higher education. It is also notable that the previous government subsidy for higher learning has been removed, and therefore students who miss out on government scholarships and loans will have to pay the entire amount. Further, students will be required to apply for tuition funding every year with no guarantee of securing the funds on each application, among other tougher terms. Honorable Speaker, where the new model could unlock a lot of potential in transforming funding for higher learning in our country, abundant caution must be exercised so that it does not jeopardize access to higher learning in this country. This is a matter of great concern given that the students who sat for Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education, KCSE, in year 2022 are due to join universities and colleges in September 2023. Yet it is not clear whether the model will facilitate accessibility and affordability to higher learning or may end up commercializing the sector. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I seek leave for the adjournment of the House to discuss this matter of great national concern. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Speaker, tertiary institutions stands as a beacon of knowledge, molding the mind of our future leaders and advancing our society. Mr. Speaker, majority of the leaders who are here, the members of parliament, are in this house courtesy of education. It is true that were it not for education, Mr. Speaker, myself, I would not be a member of Better North constituency, represent the people of Better North. Thus, there is need for the country to ensure fair and accessible higher education opportunities to every qualified Kenyan student. Honorable Speaker, on May 3rd, 2023, the Kenya government rolled out the variable scholarship and loan funding model. In the new funding model, students from vulnerable and extremely needy background will receive 100% financing, while those from needy and less needy background will get 93% financing. Household income bands are classified according to the monthly household income, Mr. Speaker, as outlined below. Vulnerable, Kenya sharing 0. Extremely needy, Kenya sharing 23,671 per month. Needy, Kenya sharing 23,672 to Kenya sharing 70,000. And less needy, Kenya sharing 70,001 shilling to 200,000 Kenyan shilling. Honorable Speaker, as we strive to provide for equitable and quality higher education for all Kenyans, it is our duty to scrutinize the flaws inherent in the means testing approach and explore more effective avenues for financing our institutions of higher learning. Honorable Speaker, while designed with good intentions, the mean testing instrument presents a number of challenges that must be addressed by this House or by the Ministry of Education. The following are the challenges that are associated with the new financing model, Mr. Speaker. One, wherever the tuition fees have not been increased as per the degree program, the previous automatic government subsidy has been removed, and the student who needs the government scholarship and loans will have to shoulder the entire burden. Number two, Mr. Speaker, more students qualified in medicine, in engineering, in pharmacy, in other technical courses like actuarial sciences, and many other technical issues will choose to do less expensive courses simply because their family cannot afford their dream career path. These might end up killing careers in medicine, in engineering, and other highly technical studies at the expense of art-based programs. Number three, Mr. Speaker, the funding model also put needed students at risk, since qualification for tuition funding has to be done each year with no guarantee of securing the funds in each application. Mean testing requires extensive effort to collect and verify financial data from the applicants. The complexity may lead to delays in funding, disbursement, and administrative inefficiencies. Resources that could be directed towards enhancing education programs and services may instead be spent in a bureaucratic process, Mr. Speaker. Number five, the application system requires one to have identification card and could disadvantage many students who will not have gotten this document as they complete secondary school at an average of 16 or 17 years, Mr. Speaker. Internet connectivity in the rural areas has been a challenge, making the technology not very available in to many students in the rural areas and remote part of our country, Mr. Speaker. And I am sure many constituencies in the Republic of Kenya, Mbeere North included, there are quite a number of villages in Mbeere North and many other constituencies where internet availability is a problem. Also, Mr. Speaker, the very vulnerable students and their parents they don't have computers. There are no cyber cafes. There is no these phones which can be able to access internet. They use Kambambe. How to make application through the platform provided for by the Ministry of Education is a problem in the very many remote areas of our country. Honorable Speaker, cognizance of these challenges, it is apparent that this model will fuel corruption as parents and students strive to navigate the means testing procedure. Further, with the risk of unnecessary delays in accessing education, it will perpetuate violation of the constitutional provisions on the bills of rights, specifically Article 43(1)(f) of our Constitution, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Speaker, while the new model incorporates a diverse breed of grants, loans, and household contribution that closely align with the specific needs and circumstances of individual students, there is an urgent need to ensure that it is properly implemented with the proper measures put in place by the Ministry of Education, Mr. Speaker. This is in full realization that KCSE 2022 candidates are set to join colleges and universities in early September 2023. And their rights should not be violated, Mr. Speaker, in any way. It is against this background, Mr. Speaker, and pursuant to standing orders number 33-2, that I seek leave for adjournment of this House in order to discuss this development matter of urgent national importance regarding Kenya New University and TFET funding model. I urge the House to pass this development resolution calling out the Minister of Education to arrest a potential problem before it unfolds and hurt this country and kill the whole generation. Mr. Speaker, it is also important to request the Minister of Education to avail himself to this House and explain clearly how the students in very remote areas where the parents are not able to access internet, where the parents don't have smartphones, the students which have not attained the age of 18, how they are going to be covered in, through this model. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move this motion, and I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Geoffrey Ruku, for this timely motion. The Honorable Dr. James Nyikal, MP for Seme, you want to speak to this?
Mr. Speaker, I support this motion. This is extremely important, Mr. Speaker. The funding system may be good, may be implementable, but basically the implementation plan for now is poor and bad. There is lack of information for the students. The admission letter tells you the total amount you need. But that is scaring the parents, because the parents do not know that that is what is required for the students, but there are bursaries, loans, and help that they will get. So that is really the problem. The letter indicates and gives a website where you can apply, but it does not give enough information. When you get into that website, then you are going to use means